I took a short nap after work, between work and now, and while this makeup design is not going to win any Oscars, I did that in 5 minutes. Okay,
that is impressive.
Because this new camera, as I've said before, this new camera stares into the soul of every pore that I have.
It's like in it's like in Arkham Asylum when you hit the X, on the thing, and you do like the detective mode, like the X-ray mode, and it sees through everything, and you're like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah, my mom's like, check out this new webcam. I'm like, oh God, thank you. It makes me look horrible. I can never go on camera again without makeup.
It's like, I look great, but I look horrible, but I look great, and I look horrible.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I look awful. I look awfully good. Okay, no problem.
I look great, but I look awful, but I look great at the same time.
Apparently, James cannot be with us today. He has James Lechner was supposed to be on. We were supposed to talk about the new show, but
that's okay. We'll get there.
But like I said, JB, she's sometime throughout the show, she's going to be on to get set up for her show. So it just be a matter of just making sure that that software is working right and everything like that. And I guess tomorrow, I guess do actual testing where she connects onto GCPR and see how that goes. So,
if her stuff isn't working, how can she be here so we can help her? Or are we just gonna call her up like we did with with Thomas and everybody last night?
Pretty much. If we have to, but she but generally, what I've seen,
she could always get us in the chat. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, she could get us in the chat. Yeah, but
okay.
But also, what I've seen is that within the butt software, if it picks up the sound, then and everything's in there correctly, and it's no problem. So,
okay,
it's just a matter of making sure that, and the easiest thing would be just for her to copy and paste all the information, so instead of trying to type it out. But yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult and shouldn't be that bad. So
all right,
yeah,
we're here to help. We helped Thomas last night. Thank God his show. I was like, I was just monitoring the show this morning. I was like going, this guy turned into a 5-year-old. He's happier than a pig in doo-doo. He was
oh my God.
And, I love it. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm like, I did my duty. I'm happy. I'm going to go back to sleep.
I did notice his sound was so much better this morning. So much better.
Oh, yeah. It definitely was.
Great this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was, because there was sometimes when I wasn't sure if it was me until there was a couple other people in the chat that were saying that a lot of times, sometimes where the sound kind of cuts in and out.
Right.
And I thought it was just me, because half the time I'm on this janky iPad that I got. So
yeah, but I've heard him cut in and out too.
Yeah, and so that's what I thought. It wasn't
just you; it was everybody.
Yeah, I thought it was just me because I was on this janky ass iPad, and I was just chalking it up to the iPad because it's an iPad.
Because we all know how you love Apple products,
right?
They're very they're very aerodynamic.
Yes.
If you talk to Jeff, he knows. He's done most of the aerodynamic testing on those.
Well, there's a reason why they're called the iPad Air, because
he's out here
gets a little bit of air when it hits the wall.
Dropping bombs hey,
right.
You got an Apple product? I hate apples. I hate apples. I don't even like apple pie.
So
I don't even like apple pie. Like
Goodwill Hunting. Like Goodwill Hunting. How do you like them apples?
I don't like them apples, said Gilbert. I don't like them at all.
I don't like them apples. Them apples is sour.
Rotten
but
apples.
it's
You want me to bob for apples, but you don't want me to just bob for apples, but bob for bad apples.
yeah. Like how does that work? Like what what part of the game is that? Like how what? Nah.
So I found my new toy for 2025. I saw a demonstration of a man who used a mini drone and a shape charge, and then he let it fly out into the audience, and it flew back to this, I guess, like this dummy, and it basically hit the forehead of the dummy with the shape charge, and actually put a hole through the skull of the mannequin. And I was like, oh,
Okay. So we got a magic.
there's a new, and it was I believe it was an AI. It was an was it it was a programmed AI drone, and it was like it was like a mini drone, and I was like, oh,
So we got a magic bullet.
there's our new toy for 2025.
Yeah. You get that and a flipper zero. For educational purposes.
The flip flop zero, yeah, because when
I'm
you
just
get hit
saying,
with it,
some of us use a magic bullet anyway, but that's beside.
I mean, that's another show. That's another show for another time.
another show after 8 p.m. on GCPR. Any show after 8 p.m.
It says
Eastern time on
GCPR after dark.
right.
it's 10 p.m. We're gonna talk some shit now.
That's about right. Yeah. Oh.
Thomas was really he was getting like a couple of swear jar moments in today. I was like going, well, keep it up. We'll take that. We'll take like that Bora Bora vacation next year.
He
for
did,
sure.
Right?
and
Yeah.
and I have something. I need to say this right now. Like, this is serious. Thomas, I have beef, and it's about Hot Rod, and you need to stop. Okay, you need to stop. I know you love Psych Hill. I know you love GoBots, but we're not kids anymore. Okay, wake up and smell the Hot Rod. Wake up and smell Rodimus Prime. Okay,
And
it's okay to love Rodimus Prime. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
and just to kind of
Killing me, Smalls.
just to kind of piggyback off of that sentiment. I mean, Thomas, just let it go. Just understand the GoBots. I mean, while I applaud you, I do applaud you, for wanting to support the GoBots, and it's a great thing. It's a great thing, and I'm proud of you, and it is a great thing that you want to support the GoBots like that. However, facts are facts. And I'm sorry. These facts kind of put the nail in the coffin on your feelings on this one. I know you love Psykill. I know you love Leader 1. And I know you love that dumbass fucking scooter. Swear jar. But I know you love that scooter. But does it really compare to Hot Rod? I mean, does it really compare to Galvatron? Does it? Does it really compare? I mean...
And can I just say, when I was, because, on Rules and Requisition the other day, I had a couple extra thoughts, because I hadn't seen Bumblebee yet.
Right.
The movie.
Right.
Which is awesome, by the way. But he was watching The Breakfast Club and throwing his fist up in the air. Who, by the way, Judd Nelson voiced Hot Rod. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And they also gave a throwback when they were going through the radio. He's like, "You got the touch." No, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Like,
I mean,
even the soundtrack got a cameo in Bumblebee.
yeah. So, I mean,
There actually, Jay Thomas.
So-
There are a few different female Transformers. RC.
RC are obviously the most popular one. There's
most popular.
There's RC, Wingblade. What was her name? Star Hammer, something like that. But yeah,
You want to go down the list? There's Arachnid.
Yeah, Arachnid. Yes.
One. RC, Meg Empress, Michaela Baines, Solus Prime. Even a Prime. There was a Prime.
Yeah, Solus Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there were plenty. Yeah. So, yeah, as someone who decided to be a woman because she didn't like men anymore, yeah, there's plenty. Female Transformers there.
So, right? And so that again, so Thomas, it's okay. I'm glad that you support the GoBots, but let's be honest now. Let's just be honest. There's no comparison to Psykill. And what kind of name is Psykill anyways? But again, that's another discussion.
God. Look at this thing.
I mean,
what is that?
And what kind of, and he has a 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, come on.
Looks like an ATM.
I mean,
know, like, and like, look, all I need to do to be a motorcycle is bend over. Like, I'm so
and here's the thing, and what kind of robot has a 5 o'clock shadow, looks like an alcoholic that's on his third divorce? I mean, but again, that's a whole other conversation for a whole other time. But Thomas, come on. Hot Rod's better. We all know Hot Rod is better. Come on. Just admit it. I mean, it's a better name than Leader 1. Leader 1? Really? Anyways. So, it is, well, it's after 6 o'clock now. We gotta get this show started.
Yeah. Well, we started, but, hey, you can introduce us now.
Well, I'll introduce us anyways, but this is Tech Tuesday. This is Helpdesk, and I am your host, Gilbert. I am known as the Angry IT Nerd. I am here with George, a.k.a. Techno George. Say hello to the people, George.
Hello, people. Oh, yes. Yes, hello. I know. I just have to keep changing my name in the thing.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
And we have here our returning guest / host / co-host, and she is the Barbie Yaga. She is the prettiest lady on the internet. She is one of my very best, if not my best friend, that I do the rules of Nerdquisition with, and she's definitely nerdier than me, and I hate to admit that, but yeah, she is. She is.
About that. That's heavy. That's pretty serious.
AKA Jane Wick.
Yeah. So
Jane Wick.
she is Trans Gretchen, also known as Gretchen. Gretchen, hello. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and Ron Friedman said, Thomas, that the storyline for Hot Rod was done on purpose. It was a hero's journey. Okay, we can have beef about things for the rest of our lives, but Thomas, Thomas, it's done on purpose.
He said it was done. This was how it was supposed to be.
Yeah. He was responsible, partially, for the death of Optimus Prime, but it was done on purpose.
We had to develop a new character for Thomas, maybe, like a janky bot or something like that. I don't know. I'm a phallic shaped type of robot, that bends over and has wheels.
It'll just be a transforming eggplant. That's about that. That's all it'll be, just a transforming eggplant.
So I received this Christmas present from my wife. she said, "Oh, this other person didn't want this thing," and so it's a movie. Maybe you can actually review this on. It's called X. I don't know if you can see it.
X.
It's on
Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's supposed to be a horror movie.
It's an anime though, right?
No, it's
not. Looks
no,
like an
it's
anime,
it's live action. It's a group of actors set out to make an adult film in rural Texas under the noses of their reclusive host, an elderly couple with a farm and boarding house for rent. But when the couple catches their young guests in the act, the cast finds themselves in a desperate fight for their lives. So it's basically Boogie Nights meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, or Children of the Corn, or both.
That's something I can't necessarily review because
I know you don't watch horror films.
I don't.
Yeah,
because they give me nightmares. Like I literally saw like a 10-second clip of the remake of It, and had nightmares for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And it was just the kid in the library with the librarian like creepy in the background.
Like just
staring at him like I was like, no, I'm done. I'm out.
I'm sorry. That would have me crying laughing. That would have me crying laughing.
Well, Tim Curry as the monster in the TV movie of It was scary, but not as scary as as the movie adaptation.
Bill Skarsgård.
Bill
Skarsgård with like the lazy eye that kind of moves his ways. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was way creepier.
What gave me nightmares didn't even have him in it. It was just some old lady standing behind some kid, grinning weirdly. I'm like, oh, I'm down. I'm out. I gotta go. I'm out. I can read and write horror. I just can't watch it.
Yeah. That's the funniest thing for me because I love horror. I love watching it. It is honestly for the longest time, and we listen and we don't judge. For the longest, I used to watch Saw. Saw would be the only movie I could watch that would put me to sleep. So yeah, for the longest time, I had to watch Saw in order to go to sleep.
Yeah, but that's more. I mean, I don't know. There's a difference between horror, like actual terrifying horror films, and then just like hack jobs. Like Jason. And it's a hack film. It's gore. Gore is different than horror.
Well, see, here's the thing. What's for me, I mean, all the supernatural elements and everything like that, that's all fine and good. And yeah, technically it is. But for me, horror is something that could really happen. Because that's like, scary. That's scary to me.
The thing that gets me is kind of like a horror movie that has a monster in it, where they show the monster at the end, which is a Hollywood thing. They try to hide the monster, try to I mean, they did the same thing like with Jaws, where you didn't see the shark until a certain time, and you only caught glimpses of it.
Yeah, but the thing about Jaws was you at least knew what it was before you saw it.
Yeah.
The
other one is the thing that gets me is kind of I can't think of the name of the movie. Kind of like an evil spirit that basically like a malevolent spirit in your house or something like that, because it's your house, and you live there. And I'm saying to myself, well, if it's something that is invisible to you, a movie called The Entity with I think it's with Barbara Hershey. Insidious is another movie that
Insidious.
Yeah.
very, very scary. where you have those types of things where some people can see them, you can't see them, but a psychic can see them. Things
The
like that.
Entity, 1982, with Barbara Hershey, Ron Silver, and David Libosia.
Yeah, it was actually based on a true story of this woman who was assaulted by this thing, by this entity over years. I mean, it just cling.
So was Poltergeist and Amityville, and they were all loosely based,
right,
on something that happened.
Yeah. So those are the types of movies that scare the hell out of me. When I was a kid, it was more ABC TV movie of the week, kind of like, the one that got me was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, with the little creatures, that were running around and, tripping people down the stairs and stuff like that. And then, and also the series, the Dark Room with James Coburn. When you when you saw those, you saw that you get the music and everything, and the music really, stirs it up for you. The music makes it.
Yeah, and some movies, they can scare the crap out of you for a while. Like, not too long ago, last 10 or 20 years, The Tooth Fairy. Like, that movie scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the very end, they show the monster, and it's just like this weird CGI. Like, I'm like, oh. I was scared of that for 90 minutes. What is that? Like, if it showed up right now, right behind me, like if you were like, hey, Gretchen, if you're not watching your camera, there's this thing behind you, be like, oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, go lay down. Like, and I talk to my dog. Like, lay down.
Yeah, go lay down. Stop.
Can you not see I'm on camera right now?
So just grab a spray ball, just like.
I know, right? but we also do live in an era of PG-13 horror films,
right?
Where they're like
that is true.
Scary, but
like like there was one movie I saw. What was the name of it? Unfriended, where it's like the social media thing where some girl got in her feelings because she was bullied and she got unfriended and all kinds of it was scary. Yeah.
What you're saying is I could be the star of a horror film like 40,000 times.
That's about right.
I mean, I can't count how many times I've been unfriended. It may not be that many, but okay, sure, yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's my reasoning for being a horror villain.
That you unfriended a bunch of people and they got upset about it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that could be a horror movie, but apparently it is.
Oh my God.
Or buying sushi from the TikTok shop. I don't know.
Oh.
Seafood bags, seafood boils.
Now that's scary.
That's
scary.
That is scary. I would sit down and watch the full 2-part, 4-hour remake of It before I ate a seafood boil that I bought from TikTok.
All right. Yeah.
I'll do my DoorDash. There you go.
Because one is less scary than the other.
Yes. Oh, but there was one. It was like a short story type of thing. It was like an anthology series that was on Amazon. I can't remember the name of it, but and they was like just kind of short, scary stories, which really not just like scary, like basically this stuff you can handle, Gretchen. Not insult you like that.
Hey, thanks.
I'm sorry. But
you can handle that.
Like I know how it sounded. I'm sorry. But but the whole story of it is that this girl would put on these webcam shows, but it was like whole theatrical shows where it was like a whole story and she would act it out, and everybody that was, along with it kind of participated, be like a live action kind of interactive show, and it was entertaining. And so that was her thing.
So you're describing My Last Tuesday. Keep going.
Yeah, but
okay.
but just not as dramatic. So
or as sexy. But anyway.
So and then on one of her first shows, that all of a sudden there was a ghost version of her that would just pop in, and then she was like, who the heck are you? And then they would just leave again, and it would just keep going on for like about a week and a half, and then it would just it drove her crazy that just this AI version of her would just pop in and would just keep popping in, and then all of a sudden it just took over her life, and it ruined her life, and she somehow got sucked into the computer and became the AI and had to live out all of her web shows. So it was creepy, but a little bit scary. But
it was probably rated G for Gretchen. So it was rated. So like Gretchen could handle it. It was rated G.
That was not me. That was not me at that one. Although I did laugh because it was funny. That was funny. But yeah,
I mean, we did mention The Dark Room earlier in the show. I used to watch that as a kid, and there are certain things that are scary that I do like. It's just nowadays, in the last 10, 20 years. Okay, so the movie that really screwed me up, that I've been really not able to watch horror movies since, oddly enough, was The Grudge. And I mean, the American version was Sarah Michelle Gellar. I can't even watch the Japanese version because, I'm sorry, all you Japanese people, y'all effed up. Y'all are effed up. Effed up. Even your cartoons are kind of weird with the the tentacles and stuff. Yeah, that's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, but your horror is terrifying. And the fact that the American, I couldn't go in my I was married at the time. I couldn't go in the basement of the house I built. No one else had ever lived there, so it was not haunted. There were no spirits there. I couldn't even go in my basement for like 2-3 weeks after I saw that movie in the theaters. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that is true, because Japanese horror is on a whole different other level.
Oh my! Japanese people are on a whole different level. They are far evolved beyond us, us silly Americans. Like they need to be scared. I don't have words. I don't have words. They're like, oh,
for real?
Like, that's scary. That's cute. That looks like a butterfly. Like,
so,
let me if that butterfly like make weird noises and look at you through the spindles of your staircase, like make weird noises and.
It's like, oh, that's cute. You have a giant man with a hockey mask and a little bitty knife. Oh, that's cute. Here's this girl that pops out of your TV.
Well, Samara actually came from the Japanese, Grudge from that. That's where Samara came from The Ring, like the Ring series. And I was like, oh, okay.
Japanese and Korean horror movies, like they can make horror movies that aren't even supernatural, that scare me more than supernatural stuff.
Yes.
Like, how about that one movie where that girl had a crush on this dude and she's like, oh, I'm just going to like lock him in a room and do horrible things to him for 2 hours.
Right?
What?
Like,
Jason, please, Jason, I'm getting busy. I'm getting freaky with someone over here. Come on, Jason, do your thing.
So,
I mean, please. Save me
Can
from
you
this.
help me out? Help me out. Help me out.
Save me from this Japanese horror film, please. God.
But now I'm thinking it's like all like new wave horror now is going to be just all cyber attacks. Like everything is going to be more or less kind of like that movie, Leave the World Behind.
Oh.
Where it'll just be one cyber attack and there's a whole collapse of society. Or just hack.
I thought it was going to be like Eagle Eye.
Or like Eagle Eye, yeah.
Yeah, Eagle Eye with the AI was.
Nico was a Japanese film where two women just kill samurai and sell their belongings for a living. And it was terrifying.
And probably that's on the dark web. You could find that too. So and again, stay off the dark web.
A movie from the 70s called The Sentinel. The two actors at the end who go to buy the apartment, Nana Visitor and Tom Berenger. And when I met Nana Visitor in Secaucus, New Jersey, at the Star Trek convention, I think when Deep Space Nine was around, I asked her about it. She goes, "Oh my God." She said, "That was like my first movie role."
Yeah, 1977.
1977, yeah, The Sentinel.
Oh my God.
I can't think of the girl's name. The girl with the dark hair, the long dark hair. She became the Sentinel. So apparently there was this building which is supposed to be like.
It had Ava Gardner in it.
Yeah, had Ava Gardner in it.
Wow.
Burgess Meredith, I believe, is in it.
Burgess Meredith. Yep, I'm looking at the cast right now. Yeah, Christopher Walken was in it.
Christopher Walken.
Tom Berenger was in it.
Tom Berenger at the end with Nana Visitor. There were a couple.
Yeah, because that's what they're credited. Nana Visitor as girl at end. Tom Berenger, man at end.
So in 1977, that was the year I was born. God.
Oh.
Damn.
Born in 77?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was 3. I was 3.
But
that was back when Burgess Meredith wasn't even Mighty Mick yet. To me, he was
still the Penguin.
Yeah.
He was still the Penguin then. He didn't become Mick until like in the 80s.
Yeah, I remember 77 going to see Star Wars for the first time. I was like, I think they had just raised the ticket price to $4.75. And everybody was like, $4, that's high, that's highway robbery, and blah, 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 blah. And they made so much money on that movie.
Sure.
My parents, or my mom tells me she took me to see Star Wars in 77 when it came out. Obviously, I was 3. I don't remember. What I remember was the re-release in 1980, because prior to the release of Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back, yeah. I graduated high school in 1980. So it was, I was like going, ooh, we got.
Oh, God, I had 12 years to go before I graduated.
Empire Strikes Back. What? I'm sorry?
I had 12 years to go before I graduated, because I graduated in 92. But I do remember when I went and saw Return of the Jedi with my family. We went to the movie theater. It was in a mall, and it was in the middle of a mall. And it was Sears at one end and Lazarus at the other, for all of you old people that know those names. The line came out of the theater, went down to Sears, curled around, and went all the way back to Lazarus. And we were like right in the middle. And I read the entire novelization of Return of the Jedi in line while sitting there waiting for the movie to come out.
Wow.
To get in there.
What in the heck?
Angus McGinnis just passed away. I think I sent that to you.
Who did?
Yeah, he was Gold Leader in the original Star Wars. He just passed away, I believe, December 23rd.
I'm checking
2024.
now. Yeah.
McGinnis,
Angus McGinnis, yeah. Passed away at 77.
Yep, that's 77.
So
there's a really cool documentary about Star Wars. It's called Elstree 77. It's Elstree Studio, so it's basically the beginnings, and of all the people who were in the original Star Wars. Dave Prowse as Darth Vader, and and I didn't know this, that Dave Prowse played the bodyguard to the man in Stanley Kubrick's movie with Malcolm McDowell. A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, he played the bodyguard, because you see him there like this.
Yeah.
These bulging muscles, and I'm like, that looks. I'm like, and then all of a sudden somebody said that Dave.
Why are you standing like that, sir? It looks awful.
So,
come on.
So you do it like this,
Vader.
So do me a favor and do this, do like this. Do your hand like this, like you're choking somebody, and do like this, like you're choking somebody, like with these two fingers, like.
There is a documentary of Christopher Reeve on Cinemax. Is it Cinemax? On Max, and I watched it the other night. His exercise routine was actually. Actually, he got his exercise routine from Dave Prowse. So Dave Prowse, showed him how to bulk up, for Superman. Okay. So it's very interesting.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and Angus McGinnis, I never knew this. He played a bodyguard to James Caan in Rollerball. If you've ever seen the original Rollerball, not the sucky Rollerball, remake, the one with it was so bad I didn't even want to know. I didn't even want to know the actors. So, it was really bad. It was like a 1990 or 2000 Rollerball. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, that's how you know that's a mark of a bad movie.
Now you've got me looking up like all of the actors who played fighter pilots in the original Death Star's assault. That's what Red Leader. I mean, hey, I know I'm not on my own show right now, but Drew Henley, who played Red Leader, almost there, stay on target, passed away February 14th, 2016.
Like, even not on the show, still got
a ray of sunshine out there.
Even not on the show, still keeps that 100%. Still keeps that 100%.
I'm getting bonus kills and not even on my own show.
All these are just side missions. These are all just side missions.
Side quest. What did Gretchen do on her side quest today? She killed somebody.
A few headshots. Few head
kill.
Oh my god! But yeah,
it's always my favorite though. Like, because I do it all the time when everyone's like at work, like we're in a group chat, and they're like, "It's almost Friday." I'm like, "Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. Almost there."
It's funny because when you see Angus McGinnis in as Gold Leader, I guess he's in the set piece. He's actually in the cockpit. He's reading the script from like the top of his leg, and he's looking down. He's like, switch, and he goes, switch to targeting computer, and he's looking at it. He's actually reading the script in the cockpit because, and he says it in the interview that he's like going, everybody learned their lines, but I was, I was a traditional. I think he was like a play actor or something like that. So he was always in a play, and he had, he had the stuff just off camera or just off of the stage where he could actually look at it. So they gave him like a knee pad, like an actual, like a leg pad that you would put on, like the pilots have, like the navigational pads. So he had it actually on his flight suit, in the costume, and he's actually looking at and he's reading it, and that's when he's going switch to targeting, and he's just reading it off the paper, and they're filming it. And I'm like, okay, it's. But I mean, it was cool that they had him in Rogue One because he was in Rogue One.
And it was reused footage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like reused footage.
Reused footage, yeah, but and still, here's the thing and the cool thing is that because when he looked down like that, you would never think that, oh, I'm reading, and you would think that, oh, this is where the targeting thing is, and he's just
Well, and we've talked about that. We've talked about that on Rules and Requisition, especially with Amok Time. The woman who played T'Pau could not do the Vulcan salute.
Oh yeah, that's
yes,
right.
Yeah, she couldn't do that.
Split. She had to You'll see in the episode when she looks down, she is.
It's like she's physically having to
with her other hand.
Yeah,
and then holding her hand up. She can't do it. She couldn't do it. She can't just be like.
That's funny. I always like the behind the scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In the Elstree, documentary, there is I think it's the Elstree documentary. Dave Prowse was sworn to secrecy. I believe in Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
And what had happened was something leaked where they knew that his mask was going to come off, like Luke was actually going to take his mask off.
Yeah, JB joining us. So JB, hi. we are here, help you get you set up so you can start going live on GCPR with your show. Oh,
I did inform our fearless leader or head villain in charge that I was doing this. He said perfect. So we're ending 2024 on a good note.
Yes.
I caught Thomas. 2, he seems to be okay right now.
Right now, yes.
Earth 1288's Magneto right now.
So far, so good.
1288. He seems to be okay.
Yeah, birthday's going good, so he's good. Everything's going good so far. We're good.
I mean,
everything is good with Thomas except his opinion of Hot Rod. That's another story.
That's a whole other issue for a whole other time.
There's a whole other volume right there. And
I'm only here to do what my big brother asked me to do and asked me to do like 6 months ago. It's true. He's like he told me, he's like, have you contacted Gilbert? I'm like, no, why? He's like, no, I'd love for you to have what Jay said on the radio station. I'm like, he's like, yeah, contact Gilbert. I contacted Gilbert before Halloween.
Yeah, we've been kind of
like time is hard.
back and forth, kind of doing So
I'm sorry.
I love Gilbert, but I just want to say I still cannot hear GCPR on my computer. No matter what browser, I can't hear it. So you need to step your game up, sir. Step your game up.
But
I have no knowledge of that, Senator.
Okay. All right.
But I do have my my laptop because I work nights and sometimes the time is really hard. So right now,
all right.
I initially set up, what Jay said, the podcast through Anchor, and we know Anchor was taken over by Spotify.
Yeah.
So now they want you to record through Riverside, upload that MP4 to Podcaster now, which is still owned by Spotify. So do I need to necessarily go there and get the RSS feed, or what would I need to necessarily do? Because I sent you the I think I sent you.
Yeah, you already got
before.
You already sent me the RSS feed, and I've already got that on the site, and so all that's taken care of. And so anytime you have uploaded everything, it's automatic. It's updated on the site. So so that part that part of it, that's taken care of and that's done. And so now this is just getting you set to where you can start going live on GCPR.
Okay.
So show.
I'm glad you went full screen. You kind of look like an old episode of A Voice of Bottom of the Sea where they go,
Right. I mean,
okay, there you go. You're good.
All right. So first thing I just dropped into the chat window is the link for the broadcasting software.
It's called Butt. I'm very sorry. Broadcasting is cool. Why they ever did that?
It's very easy to use. I mean, I don't have any shows I need it to use.
Was
it
it?
for
I
right
was.
now, but yeah, it's very easy. You turn it on and you click play, and boom, you go.
Well, see, I was trying to stay away from the jokes like that because they're really shitty. So it is what it is.
This is why I love y'all like I do. This is why. This is why. Well, I get these things together, and I need to tell my big brother that I'm dating somebody.
Oh.
And I actually like him.
Oh.
Hey, double bonus.
That's even better.
I mean, like, I'm mean sometimes.
I've dated a lot of people, and I didn't like most of them. So,
right.
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, congrats.
I mean, but Thomas was like, I need to meet him, whoever it is. I'm like, oh my God.
You don't need to meet nothing.
and you can trust Thomas's opinion as long as he's not like, as long as that guy doesn't like Hot Rod.
No,
right?
Sorry, I'm on a tangent right now. Like,
so look here, as long, yeah.
Thomas, your opinion of Hot Rod is shit. Swear jar.
Oh my!
No, shit's fine.
And he likes, but he likes anime, Gilbert.
Anime is fine. Anime is fine, but here's the thing.
I don't like Hot Rod.
If he doesn't like Hot Rod, if he's like Thomas and don't like Hot Rod, Thomas, your opinion on Hot Rod is fucking shit. Swear jar on that one.
I don't like Hot Rod, but Sidekill is cool. Okay, Mr. GoBot, get out of here.
Get the hell on. So, all right.
This is a nerd show. We're talking.
Oh, I know. That's why I was like, really? That's where we are. Okay, so I click the link.
Click the link. Download it.
Yeah, it's butt setup done. I can't. This is my tribe, Lord. Okay, so then I see.
All right, so now once you've got it installed,
now I'm gonna run?
Yeah.
Or save. Because it says it's downloaded.
Okay, then run it so you can install it.
Okay. Welcome to Butt Setup. Damn it, y'all. All right, next. Install. Choose start menu folder. Can I just leave it as butt clearly? Because I too am a 10-year-old boy. All right, and do I need to create? Because I'm actually running Windows, so do I need to create a shortcut for it, or just let it install?
If you install it, it should automatically create a shortcut for it. It'll be like a yellow box. It'll look like a speaker.
Completely butt set up. Y'all are.
See, now you can't unsee it now. You can't unthink it now.
Okay, then finish. Okay, how do you want to open this file? I'm always going to open it through Chrome, or does it matter? Because Chrome's normally my default.
Oh, okay. You could open
as far as you're Chrome is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how do you want to open this file? Google Chrome. Next. Okay. All right, now I got a manual, and then a table of contents. But it says Google Chrome isn't your default browser. Set as default. Yes, I want to do that. Okay.
And this is just for starting up the software?
Yeah, let me turn my camera around.
And it should just be a separate program. It shouldn't have to run through a browser.
This is what I see.
Oh, the button.
Oh, you open the manual.
Oh, the manual.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So I'm closing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can close that.
Yeah, you can close that.
So this is what I see.
Right. Okay, yes, that's the actual
right there. That's it.
Yeah, that's the actual program. That's the actual butt software program. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm fine. Everything is downloaded. So when I upload an episode, through clearly the rigmarole that is now podcasters and Spotify, it'll show up on GCPR radio now.
Right.
Yeah,
So you see the three buttons: the record, the stop, and the play button.
Yes.
When you're going live online, all you need to do is open that software program, and when it's time for your time slot for your show, just click play.
Okay. And what is my time? Then what is my time slot? Coincidentally,
I don't know. That's
you,
production manager.
You haven't told me that yet.
Oh my.
So we narrowed it down to Saturday, but sometime kind of I think Saturday evening ish, or is it Friday?
If I go live, I'd be Saturday evening ?
So Saturday is the best day for you?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
And just to be clear, you don't have to go live. You could record it previously, and then you could put extra work on Gilbert and just send him the audio and be like, "Hey, I need you to air this on the radio station on this time."
This stupid question 384. Yeah. So would that mean when I record said episode, do I need to send you the raw file that I would record either on my phone or the computer that converts to, because normally podcasters want you to upload the file as an MP4. So when I record on my iPhone and I upload it, it'll convert it to an MP4. So would I send Gilbert that file or the file from the iPhone?
You only need to do that if you're recording and not in your time slot. Like, I don't know how you do your shows. Like this one, for example, we do it through Zoom. Gilbert is recording the show.
Right.
It's being broadcast live onto YouTube and recorded and preserved there.
Okay, cool.
And whenever you record through Zoom, it saves on your computer.
Right.
So I wouldn't record anything personally unless I'm just like, hey, I'm not going to be available on this time slot, so I'm going to record the show beforehand, and then I'll send the audio to Gilbert, and then he'll post it on
because
the radio during my time slot.
I have a Google Drive set aside for GCPR shows like that. So just in case that, let's say you're not able to go live, but you have a show recorded, but you wanted to play it at the same time slot,
Sweet.
You upload it to that, and then just shoot me a text or DM and just say, hey, I'm not going to be able to go live, but I do have my show uploaded. Can you play it on my time slot? Not a problem.
So my time slot now is Saturday at like what?
On Saturdays, it is open until 8 at night, because that's when we're supposed to be starting Plot A-Holes.
I love y'all so much. So I would be Saturday 7 to 8.
So
until 8, and then from what? Not we do 8 to 10, and then
8
is T Nathan on 11? Is he 7 days a week? Is T Nathan?
Yep.
T Nathan is on every night at 11 to 12.
Night.
Okay, so every night 11 p.m. Eastern time is T Nathan. He owns this radio station.
Okay.
Every night at 11 p.m.
So yeah,
just so I can kind of get some. I was just asked so I can kind of get some logistics and scheduling together. So I'm Saturday at like until this. So everything is open until Saturday at 8.
Correct.
So if I want to take that, if I want to take 7 to 8 on Saturdays, would that be okay?
Yes. Absolutely.
Your show's only an hour?
Normally, yeah.
Or do you want it to be 2 hours in case there's any run over?
So
you could.
I can do 6. Then I can do 6 to 8, kind of like a old school radio show. Okay.
Yeah.
I would block her off for 6 to 8 anyway.
Okay.
Give her 2 hours. If she uses 45 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. Give her the 2 hours so that we don't have any, like you said, run over.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
In case you have a guest, I'm sure you have guests on.
I do.
Yeah, and then if conversation rolls over, then you still have that extra time left. And if for any case that, let's say you have a 2-hour block, but your show only goes for an hour and a half.
Okay.
So then at that point, I can, once you sign off, then I can have the auto DJ just play like like the weeks prior of your show
episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what is the name of your show?
What Jay Said, the podcast.
what Jay
But
said.
see,
Yeah.
I have it listed on the website as what Jay said, the radio show. Ha ha! You see what
It is,
you
but
can-
yeah, I mean, it is a radio show. Yes,
It
it
is.
is a radio show.
Does that
Podcasts are
mean,
like, hey, I did this like 2 weeks ago, and here, listen. Radio shows like,
So-
listen to what I'm saying right
now?
Yes.
Does that mean that I need to send y'all the logo over again, or no? Because
No.
I want to say I sent it to Gilbert, but I'm not sure. But I can send it over again. I'm not sure.
I
if
don't
did.
know.
I want
I
to say
can't-
I
I
did,
can't-
but sometimes my type A is type A, and I think I did something and I didn't. So I can send it over tonight or tomorrow. No, I'll send it over tonight. So
matter of-
tomorrow's.
Send it just in
tomorrow's
case.
the first.
Send it just in case, because I could
Cool.
say, "Oh yeah, I got it." And then I look and say, "Well, I don't have it." So I would say,
All right.
I love how she has
just
like,
in case, anyways.
technical things like sometimes my type A. I'm just like sometimes I'm just blonde.
I mean, I can't say that. Sometimes my type A will type A, and I'll think I did something and I did not do it. So,
Right.
and to Gretchen's point, if I wanted to, and do I need to download something specific or guide anyone specific to a specific site to listen to GCPR radio?
GCPR.live.
Um,
GCPR.live.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
you could just
That's
direct them to the website, and
Yep.
and that's it. Yeah.
All right.
They
Then
can just, except for me, everyone else can just click play on the website and listen.
mhm.
Apparently, it doesn't work on my computer, and Angry and George can't figure that out.
I think you need to get a new computer, but you know, hey,
Oh my.
My computer's only a year old, sir.
But I'm gonna let y'all continue to be amazing and continue to
Right.
thwart the I'll let y'all continue to thwart the establishment. I am going to finish up my shift here and go home and be somebody's mom. But thank y'all so much, because again, I contacted
Okay.
Gilbert about this before Halloween.
Now I'm going to
and I'm like,
now.
so it's,
I'm gonna be-
like, and then school took over my life. Then school took
I
over
know.
my life.
Hey,
That's not a bad
it happens.
thing, though.
I know that it happens. And I'm going
to reach
to.
out to me on. You can reach out to me on TikTok at Transgretchen, same
Okay.
name that's on my thing, and be like, hey, I reached out to Gilbert, and Gilbert's not answering me. But like, I'll get that guy. I'll get him to answer you.
Then I will report into Earth 1288's Magneto and let him know that I am all systems go. And I'll send
So-
a logo over. I'll send a logo over to you now, Gilbert. Well, that's on my mind to do. But
All right.
thank y'all
And
so much. Thank y'all so much. Yes,
You're
I'm
welcome.
official.
and I will say keep
Yeah, it is
a
official. You have a time.
Yeah.
That's great.
keep a lookout
All right.
on an email I'm going to be sending to you. I will let
Okay.
you give you all the information to fill in for the butt software, and then you'll be good to go from there.
All right.
Do it
Thank
in the
y'all.
butt, baby. Do it in the butt.
Always. Bye.
Bye, JB. Take care.
Thank you.
Dude in the butt.
In the butt, yes. So, ba 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 ba.
It is top of the hour.
Top of the hour,
Reset
we-
your show.
It is top of the hour, and we are the help desk, and we just help somebody. Yeah.
That's
how we-
I was here.
That's how we end. That's how we ending 2024, starting into 2025, going into the help desk. I am the angry IT nerd. I am known as Gilbert. I'm here with my two co-hosts, Techno George, aka George, and Gretchen, the prettiest lady on all of the internets.
I'm just a guest. I'm not a co-host here.
AKA
I'm just a
Jane
guest.
Wick. So
AKA Jane Wick.
Although
So-
maybe I just need to like slide all up into your show on Tuesdays and be here for whatever.
I mean,
Permanently.
it's open. Slots open for you. You know?
I do like after that with Jay. I like the thought of having people coming into the show, kind of like callers,
Yeah.
typical radio show.
Well, see,
Have people
that's
come into the show, fix a technical issue, and then go on, kid, get out of here, you bother me, Jay, and then we get someone else. We
Yeah,
pull them
yeah.
in and we
I see. That's
we
that's the goal. Setting up to start getting in live calls, and so
nervous.
getting a well, got a Google Voice number set up for it, but it's local for here, but I want to try to get a number to where it's, I wouldn't say like international or anything like that, but at least something where people can actually call without,
have Zoom or something like that.
Right.
Mm.
And that's the only kind of challenge I've been kind of facing, because as far as being able to answer and listen to it through through the radio and through socials and everything like that, I can do that. That's fine. Just want to be able to get a different kind of number.
I researched this when we were doing, like when we were actually starting Jeff's show, and I went through all these things and I said, okay, we can have a 1-800 number. He goes, yeah, how much is that? And I'm like, it's like $400 a month. And I'm like, I get but it's it's kind of like an IP address, number. It's like a voice over IP number. So it'd be a voice over IP number hooked to this cloud-based service,
right?
Where you can have multiple callers in a in like a queue, and then you can release those calls and you can say hi, there's the help desk,
yes.
Hi, there's the help desk, and he goes, oh, that's what I want. How much? I'm like, well, it's $450 a month for just this, but then you have to put down like $1,000. I'm like, we don't have this money. We don't have money for microphones. I'm just amazed I have a camera on my laptop that people can see me and actually hear me through the internet. I'm like, we just don't have this money. And he goes, well, so then we found like the Google Voice number, and I was like, okay, the Google Voice number basically assigns a voice over IP number and links it to your cell phone. But when Jeff is at work, sometimes his Google Voice number will ring. Is this the show? Is the show? He's like, no.
Yeah.
Or
Right. Yeah.
And I need to come clean here on my nerd cred. I did not know. So you've got a little robot there on your microphone there, George.
Oh, yeah.
That Danger Will Robinson. Right? I just want to say that I was today years old when I realized that Bill Mummy was in Deep Space Nine.
Yes, he was. The Siege of AR-558.
And
that was the episode I was trying to convey to Steve when you were talking about it, about the Siege of AR-5, the one with the Houdinis. Yeah, the Houdini mine.
Yes.
Very, very traumatic episode, I would say, by the way. But hey, Bill, if you're out there, if you're listening, let's talk. Rules Nerdquisition. Me. This guy.
Right?
Do it. Come on.
Because I guarantee you, you're going to have a good time. You're going to have a great time.
There'll be no danger, Will Robinson.
I can, if you want to, I could try to get him on your show. I will try.
No,
I have people who know him.
Please don't do that. Yes, do that.
Okay.
It's like, like, do you really have to say? You really got to ask? It's like, I could try to.
I mean, I'm not going to pay Adam Nimoy $500, but I might pay Bill Mummy $50 if he comes on the show.
That's it, right? I'll put in 25 on that.
There's a guy I know on Facebook. His name, actually, he calls himself Blinky Gunter, and I forget. His name is Bill. I can't think of his last name. Bill. I think it's Bill Gunter. But anyway, he works for an elevator company I believe in Indiana, and what he did was he actually created the Chariot, the vehicle from Lost in Space. So he bought the Chariot is built on a Snowcat, like an old 1965 Snowcat chassis. Mm-hmm. He brought the chassis to the elevator company, and they basically made a framework of it, and they built the entire Chariot from the ground up. And he brings it to all these. He brings it to all these showings and stuff. And I was talking with him, and I said, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know Billy Mooney, and I know, and he had Marta Kristen and all this other stuff. Well, anyway, he has basically a farm where he lives, and at the end of the road where I guess his driveway ends, he was going to put this shed in. So what he did was
you need a chariot. If it snowed, you need a chariot to get there.
He built the space pod. He built the actual full-size space pod from the plans, and he has it as the shed at the end of the road, and then he has the chariot in the garage. I said, when you're ready to build the Jupiter 2, you tell me, man. I'll be there every day helping you.
Yeah. I mean, I would too. You said this guy's in Indiana, though.
I think he's in Indiana.
Yeah, sure. I'm right next door right now. 5 months from now, I'm going to be 12 hours away. But,
let me find out where Blinky is. His name is Blinky Gunter. He's a really great guy. Talking to him, he actually somebody actually built him the the hell was it? They built him the jetpack, which is here Blinky Gunter. Where is he? Yeah, lives in Mitchell, Indiana. And he's terrific. He has I'll have to. I will ask him. Call him up, and there. It's great. His page has the space pod on the pad. He made this. He made kind of like this little brick pad with stones, and then he put the space pod right on it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to. All right, I will contact him, and we'll see if we can get Billy Mooney.
I like the Jupiter 2 though, because like you could literally like slap a neck and some nacelles on it, and it would look like the Enterprise.
The Jupiter 2 is kind of like the TARDIS, because in the with it, I didn't know there was a third level. So the third level was supposed to be the engine room, but the engine room is this full-size huge set.
Okay.
The one with the ghost that falls into the nuclear pile for the kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And they go into one of the storerooms, and the storeroom looks like Home Depot. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The Jupiter 2 is actually like the TARDIS. Look, it's dimensionally transcendental. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Well, when I move in 5 months, my goal is to build a studio. Like right now I've got it blurred, but this is just my room.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to my new camera that stares into the soul of every pore that I have. But, I used to have Christmas ornaments that were the Star Trek ships.
Right.
So my Christmas tree, you plugged them in, they all lit up. But I gave those away when I moved into this apartment because I was downsizing, and I'm going to downsize again. But I am going to build. I have an idea. I've already been in the house, visited there. I'm going to be living in. I'm going to have models and stuff. And I've already talked to you, George. When you do Model Citizen, I'm going to be building my Enterprise model on the show as we go. It may take a couple episodes, but we're going to do it. And I'm going to have them all hang up. And I'm going to do I want to do all the famous ships. I want to do not just the Enterprise and Star Trek stuff, but like Star Wars, Jupiter 2, the TARDIS, all the nerd stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's something me and Gilbert are trying to get away. Yes, we review Star Trek every week when we do Rules and Requisition, but
we're also trying to branch out.
We're nerds beyond Star Trek. Star Trek was the beginning.
Yeah.
It was the beginning. It is not the end of nerddom.
Do you need the Star Trek control panels? Because that's what I really want to start building now. Like the
actual
thing with like the blinking lights, like Spock's station with the viewer and all this other stuff.
If you want to build me a Spock's science station, George, I'm not going to stop you. I would probably donate to that if you need a little cash for that. I would probably donate to that. because not only am I moving and starting my life over, I'm getting a fresh start financially as well. So
cool.
I will have much more financial freedom once I move, when I'm not paying $1,530 a month in rent.
Woo.
Nice.
So yeah.
I pay more in rent in this apartment than the house that me and my ex built 20 years ago.
Wow.
And they're still paying the mortgage. It's $200 less for a house than for this 700 square foot apartment.
And you know this.
I got with it. I think you did it wrong. I think you should have, had like the ghost, like in the basement, paying a little bit, like the grudge,
right?
The grudge girl. Maybe she could chip in.
Yeah, right.
At least a couple hundred.
I couldn't go in my basement for 3 weeks because the grudge girl's down there. But like, hey, yo, can you pay some rent? Like,
say, look here. I mean, just look at her and say, hey, look here. I understand you got things going on down here. All right, but
could you sweep once a week, maybe?
But I mean, if you're not gonna clean up, you're not gonna sweep, you're not gonna cook or nothing like that. I mean,
Mr. Kirk, that basement is so clean. The floor looks like it was polished.
Look, right now in my current apartment, my rent includes $50 a month in pet rent. Okay, you know what my dog does? He sleeps on the couch, he eats, and he goes outside to poop. Bro, you need to get a job.
It's like, I mean, you got to do something.
To cover that $50 a month. I need you to do that for me.
So I mean, I don't know how you're gonna do it. You get a dog walking job. I mean, you good at it already.
Go sniff fires or chase cats or mice or something.
I mean figure out
I know some guys,
how to monetize your cuteness.
Like the Canine Builders Club, we can get canine built for you.
Right.
Yes, hello, mistress.
So how do we monetize you?
I mean, I'm paying for it. I'm just saying, I'm paying for you.
I mean, I'm paying for it. I mean,
kind of a way. They're like, hey, we don't need to do a $200 pet deposit now when we can charge them $50 a month for every month that they're here. I get it. It's a capitalism thing, but yeah, my dog I have hardwood floors. You know what he's done? He's puked on them twice. Okay. No one will know. I cleaned it up. It's hardwood. It's not carpet.
Yeah.
It's hardwood. So.
And that's the great thing about with hardwood floor and cleaning up, dog puke.
Yeah. Right.
It just
right.
wipes right up.
But they're like, we're still going to charge you $50 a month for the 5 years you've been here. Oh, because I moved in July of 2020, and I'll be moving out end of May, so 5 years.
Yeah. So it's like $50 a month. I mean, not like y'all can't do $50 a year. I mean, damn.
Yeah, that was worth it. Absolutely. God, I can't wait. My new roommate's like, how do you feel about $1,000 per month flat rate? I'm like,
I could just get by on it.
I'll try.
I think
rent and utilities. She's like, no, $1,000 a month. I'll try. It's a bit steep, but
I mean, I see what I could do. It's going to be tough. Oh, it's going to be tight.
But I will scrape by. Dawn, I love you. I know you don't watch this show, but Dawn, I love you. And I will see you in May. And you'll probably text me later and be like, pasta jar is still on the counter from my current roommate. Like, bitch, you need better roommates.
Like, right? Oh my God. Roommates from hell.
She's literally had a pasta jar on her counter next to the stove with her current roommate who's leaving in a month or two. Just, make way. The queen.
Hold up.
But that jar's been there for like 2 months. The jar has a bigger social media presence than her roommate does.
Nope.
This was in my old shop. I had a I had to build this for somebody.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that is amazing.
The Kirk chair. Yeah, I found out that the lights that are right here, I got those from U.S. Plastics. I actually found the original lights. They're gumdrop. They're like gumdrop moles, and I found them on Amazon.
Yes.
Like, so they make these gumdrop moles, and if you put clear, if you put like clear resin into them, because if you look at the ones that are in the cage, the cage, and then since they're not, they're not like real round like that. They're kind of like a little steeper. They look like gumdrops.
George, that is the most amazing thing I've seen all year, and I'm saying that being the last day of the year. Like you had 364 days to impress me before that. Today, oh my God, that is freaking fantastic.
I couldn't keep it. I had to build it for. I built it for my friend Mike Stein, who is let's see if I can get this one. I don't know if you could see any of that.
Oh my!
You see? Now that's something where if you don't lock a door, that's just gonna be missing.
The chair itself was a chair that somebody threw away, and I took it, and it looked because I do have plans from my friend in Canada, so I actually have the plans of the chair. It's supposed to be the Burke chair, but I did not make any of this. This was like an office chair that was being thrown away, and then I had to make the other piece. But it was all handmade. I actually I made it white. I knew it was gray, but I was like, so how am I going to make the chair and make it like shiny? So I made it white. I actually put Formica on it. So I actually got this huge sheet of Formica from Home Depot, and I had to cut it. And I didn't have.
Wow,
that's freaking amazing. That's.
But everything worked. The speaker the speaker worked. I found this circuit online where you can record your own sounds. So I went to the Star Trek page that had these sounds. The last sound in it. It's a 3.5 minute clip. It's from The Balance of Terror. It's where Kirk is actually talking to everybody on the ship, and he's saying, this ship and this crew is expendable if we should get into some sort of a fight or whatever." But it's echoing throughout the ship, and that was the last. Yeah, that was the last thing. And then I made all the tapes, and you could put all the put the tapes in the slot and everything.
George, that is incredible. I need to just that's incredible. Like I'm in this like purple comfy gaming chair. Like I would sit in that.
Oh, it had a hot. And
do my show from that.
That is that's amazing work right there, man.
Like Gilbert's cool and all, but look at this chair I'm in.
I was.
And that's fair. That's fair.
I was so scared. I was like I don't know if people are gonna. Somebody got it for $2. It was a $2 raffle, and they made like, I think they made like $400 or $500 for like a children's charity. It was auctioned off in a raffle.
George, stop! Someone bought that for $2.
Yeah, they won it for $2.
Who are they and what's their address? I'm not saying I'm going to visit.
That's the thing.
Just want to talk. Just want to talk to him.
Just want to talk.
I don't know.
And for Jeff in the chat from the other side of information, this is my favorite Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
the refit
Dun,
model,
dun, dun.
not necessarily the NCC 1701-A. That was in 4, but Star Trek: The Motion Picture, the refit of 2217, I think that's what it was.
So
Right.
this had a higher back on it, so you could put the higher back on, and you can make it into what was it, the Potemkin from War Games? I forget what ship it was that had the high back on it. So
I don't know.
I'm not sure, but
this had this back on it, but then there's this extension that you could put onto it and make the chair larger. So it came with the extension and stuff.
2271. I'm sorry. Side topic. Enterprise was refit in 2271.
Cool.
But that chair,
I was going to
me
build
where it's
another
at.
one, actually. I was going to build another one.
you should, and I should be allowed to buy it from you. That way, I don't have to kill anybody.
Well, the one that was
allegedly
was like
because she's not a killer.
I think that one that was being offered was like $3,000. It was the picture where you see me sitting in the captain's chair at Steve Neal's. Steve Neal actually built that chair, and he actually got the plans from Matt Jeffries.
Nice.
like Matt Jeffries? He goes, yeah. Well, how do you think I built the Enterprise? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. He goes, yeah, he just, he came by the shop one day, and I'm like, I'm going to build this thing. And he goes, okay, here are all these plans. I'm like, oh, can I have some of those plans? That'd be great.
I wish I had those kind of skills. I would do that. That would be awesome. I need a Captain Kirk chair.
The arms are wrong, though.
Same.
The arms are wrong. I didn't do the arms right because
they're not that wrong. Literally, Captain Kirk sat down in the chair in what was it, episode 5, movie 5, Final Frontier. He's like, I miss my old chair. It's like all wobbly and
yeah, yeah.
But it didn't have like the big consoles on the. I want to smash the console. Be like, boom, red alert.
Right. But you should be able to, when you imagine you need to go red alert right then and there, and red alert.
Yeah, just smack that button the way he did. He went, ooh.
Oh yeah.
Man, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Right. Like I would need that. But I would need the chair to be able to, like one of those massage chairs. I need to be in a massage chair, and I need the panels on the side to also, have speakers built into it.
We have the technology.
Well, the chair was supposed to break down in 3 parts. I made this chair break down in only 2 parts. So I actually built the base.
Oh my god!
So the base actually swings
you
open.
Literally ripped that. I don't even think you built that. I think you just ripped it off. I think you the Enterprise set. You stole the chair and you ran away.
I just had to figure out all the angles, and I was like, okay, how am I going to figure out all these angles? And then my friend in Canada, he goes, hey, I have this thing. Do you want it? I was like, yeah. And he sent me all of them. So he sent me all the plans. All the plans have the angles because I was, I was watching the show, and I was actually taking clips and printing them out from a printer, and then getting a protractor and putting it onto the actual, still, and looking at the angle and go, oh, that's a 30-degree angle. That's a 60-degree angle. That's a 4-degree angle. That's this. And a lot of those angles were off when I got the plans from him, because he just sent me the plans out of the blue, and he goes, "Oh, here it is," and I was like, "Oh, this helps out a lot," because it was like a lot of research. It was 2 or 3 months of research, and I started building.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not my show. Okay, this is not my show. I'm just a guest. Do you want to know why this is not my show? Because of that guy, right there. Look at that shit. Look at that. Look at that. I want that. I want that. I would sleep on the floor. I would give up my bed and sleep on the floor to have a chair like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Why'd you sleep on the floor? You could just sleep in the chair.
I would probably sleep in. You're right. I would sleep in the chair. I would absolutely sleep in the chair.
The one chair I really do want to build, and I've had it in my head for a while, was the Emperor's chair from Return of the Jedi, that black one.
Okay.
With the overhead,
George,
that would be awesome.
George, stop.
Stop now. Honestly, that would be awesome.
Stop while you're ahead.
Not gonna lie, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Because I remember making. I did a cosplay about 10 years ago after I got divorced, but I was engaged for a while. To a woman, and we did Lady Vader and the Empress.
Oh,
one holiday,
nice,
one Halloween, and she's like 4'9", and I'm 5'9", so I was Lady Vader and she was the Empress, and I made this cane for her, and I'm like, that was like my biggest cosplay creation ever, was my Empress cane. Like, but don't even tempt me with a Emperor's throne. Don't even do that to me, George. Don't.
Let's see. What's this other one? I did that one. That was the Romulan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see it.
Yeah.
That was the first model that me and my dad built that I remember when I was like 5, 6. When I first watched Star Trek, and I ripped off the nacelles and used them as phasers.
Yeah. I actually molded. I molded these the nacelle caps, and I molded them in clear, so they basically. And I still I still have the molds for that. That's a 5/37 scale.
And you've got electric lighting inside of it too.
I just what I did was I drilled holes. I drilled the holes for the bridge and everything. I put one white LED on the inside. To soften it, I put half a ping pong ball and glued half a ping pong ball on the inside of the inner hole, and then the windows were filled in with Elmer's glue.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I had a model of the refit Enterprise once that came, like when you built it, it came with LEDs. And you could assemble LEDs.
Yeah.
Like it was on a stand, and it lit up and everything. And like you press the button, and be like, ooh. I mean, like
I had the Constitution refit that actually it had phaser sounds, and it had photon torpedo sounds.
Yes, and I know a lot of people don't know this. The Constitution class, which was the original Enterprise, when the Enterprise was refit, it was actually changed to the Enterprise class. I just want people to know that. So everything before the motion picture was Constitution class. Starting from motion picture going forward, that was Enterprise class.
I also did cosplay.
So, according to the role-playing game, anyway.
You know this guy.
The more you know.
Steve Warnick, his girlfriend, but I did their Tron suits.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see their faces. You got them blocked up. But yes, I mean that's Tron, obviously.
Yeah. From Tron Legacy.
Bo Garrett, I love you. If you would just put on that suit and come to my house, I love you. I love you, Jim. I love you. Anyway.
Let's see, what else did I do?
That's freaking awesome. Were those actually like light up suits, or is it just like an effect?
Yeah, they were
like LED light ups.
They were electroluminescent. They were
Ooh.
electroluminescent
Okay.
appliques, and what I did was, um, I I sewed Velcro onto the suit, and then actually put glued Velcro onto the appliques, so you could just stick them onto the thing, and then it had wires and battery
That's
packs and
freaking cool. I
everything.
would jump into that suit and immediately be like, I mean, like, I'd just be like,
So,
check me out. Where's my frisbee? I'm gonna throw it at you.
Try
Right?
that one. There we go.
Like you get a suit like that, you would have to get
Blaster.
Han
Like-
Solo's blaster.
yeah. But I mean, you get a Tron suit like that, you'd have to get a bike and make it look like a light cycle.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got the bike. I just need
You got to make it look like
metal to it.
yeah,
Yeah, I just need to add some metal to it and make it look like
make it look like a light cycle.
The other one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the one. This is the one I did. Daredevil.
nice.
Oh, nice.
I found
That's pretty cool.
These they were replacement lenses for the Oakley sunglasses, and I got a plastic. It was like a plastic mask, like like you would wear at the theater or something like that, or like a
Mhm.
small Halloween product. And I velcroed those onto the mask and put the mask behind the actual piece. This was the China one. This is the one I got from China. This was the China suit that I had gotten, and I didn't wear it. I actually I made it for Jeff, actually, for
Still
Halloween.
freaking cool though. It's still very cool. Very cool. Like I
That's
could
really
totally
cool.
see you wearing that, George, and like running down a hallway and beating up like 47 people.
This was the whole.
So, yeah,
suit.
it's got to be in a hallway though. It's got to be in a hallway.
and a single shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be a single shot in a hallway.
Single shot. We've already had our hallway conversation on the Rules of Inquisition, episode 33-2, I think. Check it out. Anyway, on Spotify.
That was the.
I don't know. I don't remember which one. So listen to them all, and you'll
Yeah.
find it out from there.
We only have 36 episodes. That's only 78
Yeah.
hours,
It's nothing.
82 hours, whatever.
It's nothing. Nothing. It's nothing. You could listen to that in a weekend. I mean,
Right.
Well,
It's 72 hours
well,
of your life
well, I
to
mean,
hear everything that me and Gilbert.
yeah. I mean, you start on Friday morning. You know, you start your Friday off right, and you end your Sunday off, and you're ready for the next weekend because you want more.
I miss
and-
my old shop.
You
This
can go to
was,
work.
the
You can
Falcon
start on
jetpack
Friday and
I
go to
made
work
for
on
somebody.
Monday. Super knowledgeable about nerd stuff.
Right? Impress all your friends at work. Because why? You know everything about Star Trek.
Did you know this about who mourns for Adonis?
Said, did you know?
Didn't? You didn't know that? Oh,
Said,
My wife used to call this the toilet bowl. But wait. Here we go.
it's the ion cannon from the Battle Hoth.
right?
It's all handmade. It's all done in foam.
Oh my gosh!
That is so cool.
This actually was supposed to light up. I did put the control room in here with the guys. But yeah, I was. That I made that in 2016. For
That is
so
freaking
it started out like this, like a globe, and I just put I put like little model bits all over it, and I had the foam carved out. And it was the globe for like your light outside, like the globe,
Mhm.
clear globe.
Yeah,
That's
like
what it
you
was.
put over an outdoor light
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
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 And some piece of PVC, and
I don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere. So I mean, Gilbert knows. I used to work for a hydroponic store, so like we had
Oh.
a lot of like hose fixtures and clamps and things. I made a lightsaber once out of a bunch of fixtures. I'll find it someday and I'll share it on.
This
Wolf's
is
Nerd
my
Position.
friend Eric Longstreet's
Nice.
Thing Flying Saucer. That's great. That's an awesome one. It had the, it was a model kit from the Thing. Somebody did a Star Destroyer, I believe. But this was at the Jersey Fest show. So.
I'm still staring at the ion cannon. I mean, like
Right?
the saucer in the background's cool and all, but like
But that ion cannon, though.
ion cannon.
But that ion cannon.
I think
First
I still have
transports
this,
are away. Yeah.
I think I still
Yeah.
That is the
somebody
coolest
actually
shit
did
ever, man.
What?
I just that's the coolest shit ever.
It turns like it spins on like on its axis. So
Oh, well, see.
Of course it does.
Of course.
Because of course it does.
because it's just a globe. It's just a globe, but yeah,
That is
it was
so cool.
it was 1/72nd scale. It was in scale with the the Hoth base.
And in like 10 minutes, he's gonna be like, "Check out these AT-ATs like walking through the snow that I made."
Says no big deal. I mean, I just put some sensors on it with some. I just put some sensors on it so it walks on its own, and then
Was the one.
Basic mobility
There it is.
actuators and stuff. Like no big.
said no big deal. I mean, I just took some like those door sensors. I just made it to where with a Roomba, and so it could walk
oh my
around.
God. Oh my
Yeah.
freaking God.
That's the entire base. That's it.
Dude, you could film a movie scene with that.
Yeah. I only had 2 snow speeders in the Thing, but that's actually
only
my
two.
friend's Millennium
only
Falcon.
got 2 snow speeders. Oh my God, only 2.
And then
I'm done with you, George. You only had 2 snow speeders. I'm done with you.
It's like
You couldn't have 3.
oh,
Jeez.
only 2. Oh,
That is freaking amazing.
that is so cool. Yeah,
Oh my God.
because I remember you showed me part of it, but I didn't see the whole thing with the Millennium Falcon and the 2 speeders.
The speeders are actually, you really can't zoom into it, but the speeders are actually held in place with aluminum wire. This is I was doing some test shots.
I'm like,
with,
I'm going to
with
be
my
so
friends,
clever. I'm going
thing.
to come
Before-
on Model
well, before I
Citizen,
did the
and I'm going
roof.
to build. I'm
Yeah,
going to
before
come
I did
on
the
Model
roof, I did
Citizen,
that.
and I'm going to build this model that like I bought online. Watch how clever I am. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, that is freaking amazing. That is freaking amazing. Oh my
Hey,
God,
that is so. Oh my.
you could have had 3.
So look here.
You could have had 3.
Listen. Swear
I
jar-
wanted to have more.
Swear jar coming. That is so fucking
I just
cool.
couldn't get enough in time. That was the thing. Time was running out.
Oh my God, George, you are so talented. That is swear jar fucking amazing.
So that was
Oh
a
my-
snow.
oh my
That's
God.
the 1/72nd scale snow speeder.
Look
These
at
were
the
actually put
detail.
down.
Yeah,
I cut
the detail on
cut
that.
this
Just
off and I
yeah.
glued it.
Did you
Glued it
paint
up.
that yourself?
No, this was already done, but I had to weather it, so I had to do I did all the weathering myself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, yeah. I know what weathering means, but yeah, sure, that was no big deal. I just weathered it. Like,
I did. It
oh
was,
my God,
it
man!
was just a clean. It was a clean.
I am blown away. I am blown away. That is freaking amazing. I am. The only way you might like get me to pass out and fall off camera is
See,
if
this
like
is
Darth
basically-
Vader was walking through the base. Like there was a model of him, like
Oh, I actually had.
don't.
He's gonna drop
Don't
it's a model of Vader.
don't do it.
No, I
don't
had,
do it.
He'll drop a model of Vader riding a hot dog cart.
I'm already trying to convince my soon-to-be new roommate that I need a 7-foot tall animatronic Vader from Home Depot in my bedroom. It's only $500 if anyone wants to donate. Cash App transgression.
It's pretty cool too. It like moves around and lights up, and it comes with a. I think it comes with a lightsaber and either a candy cane, or you can swap out when it gets Christmas. You can swap it out with a candy cane versus a lightsaber. It's pretty fucking cool. Swear jar, but
the accessories are not important. I've got that covered. Just the 7-foot tall Vader, though. Okay, don't worry about anything else.
So I just need. That's all I need.
All add-ons and accessories.
I just need the.
I just need a 7-foot tall Vader.
I just need a 7-foot tall Vader.
This is the. It's a little bit too big in the thing. It's actually a landing pad for the 1/48 scale Eagle from Space 1999.
I can see the runway lights. I can't. And like, what's that? Like Moon Rock or Asteroid Rock like or something? Rock. And I see the wall. Yeah, I see a bit of it. You are very talented, though, cool. George. Like, why are you on this stupid podcast with us and not like doing movie shit?
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so now
I said that too, and I was born like, oh hey, it's a boy. I'm like, oh damn it, wrong.
Yeah, so and now George is stuck slumming it with us.
Slumming. Where was I got my Bat Bunker project saucer? No. I have to get John McCallum on because
you're going to have to like sit down before Model Citizen starts. You're gonna have to sit down and like get some great photos because I'm gonna need to see all of this.
And she is very serious too. She's very serious about that too.
Great stuff. I mean, I'm blown away. No innuendo, no jokes. George.
Oh, here's
just what I've seen.
Still have.
Is amazing.
This is the sculpt of the kryptonite spear.
I was just gonna say, like, man, it just needs to be green.
Yeah. Right.
But that's original sculpt. I still have that mold. So I had that it's about a foot long, maybe 13 inches long.
So what do you make that out of? What's that mold made of?
The mold is made out of silicone rubber. So I would basically so this is silicone clay. So I can sculpt anything out of silicone clay.
So you didn't do that by hand?
Yes, or I sculpted this by hand.
Oh, okay.
And then I would put that into a cylindrical, like a vessel or a pot or whatever.
Huh?
And then pour the mold rubber over it. And then when the mold rubber hardens, it's still flexible. You pull it out, and then this here is the pour point. So
right. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
When you turn it upside down and you release it from the mold, you have your pour point. You turn the mold upside down. You have your pour point. You pour in your clear. Actually, I can show you. I do have other kryptonite stuff I can show you.
So is this rubber that you use to pour over it? Is that something you just buy online?
Yeah, Smooth On makes it. Well, there's a couple of places that make it. It's called silicone. Remember the name of. It's silicone molding rubber, but
I can't remember the name of the TikTok account that I follow. But there's this guy that makes like these coffee tables. He'll take like 2 pieces of wood,
right,
and they've got like a trench between them, and he'll put like the Millennium Falcon being chased by TIE fighters, through a canyon, and then pour. And I know that you can buy that silicone. What do you call that stuff? That they put over top.
The resin, the silicone
Actually,
resin.
it's a resin.
Thank you,
It's
resin.
it's a clear resin, but you have to use a certain one for if you're going to make tables. So
Right, but
if you
my brother-in-law made a table for my mom and dad using that stuff.
If you use like Total
Not as
Boat,
cool with,
you know,
like,
the Total
Millennium
Boat
Falcons.
ones are really good. You have to. It's like a delicate balance between time, temperature, and humidity. So you don't want it to, like, if you're going to do a deep pour of resin, like, if you're going to do like 4 to 5 inches of like a deep pour resin, over wood, you want to encapsulate the wood first, with resin.
Right.
You let that hard up, and then you would put your 2 pieces in. You would add all of your little Star Wars ships, in the trench or flying through like a canyon if you did something like that. And then you would pour in, the resin. You want to pour it in, like, if you did it all at once, you would have to check the temperature, the ambient temperature of the room. If it's too warm, because the resin is going to create an exothermic reaction. If it gets too hot and starts curing, it may crack. The whole thing just may crack. So
Yeah.
the thing that they do is
and my
they put it
brother-in-law
into-
probably didn't know that because my mom and dad's table is cracking at the seams.
Oh, yeah. So
When I go over for dinner, I'm like, "Oh, hey, look, there's wood panels here. It's cracking." And they're like, "Yeah, Butch said he would come." Whatever. Butch screwed up. Butch, you screwed up. But you also voted for Trump, so I really don't care about you, Butch. So, get out.
So that picture is me sitting at Steve Neal's chair. He made that chair, and he also made this Enterprise is 66 inches long. That's all done by hand. He made all that by hand. That's from
the only reason I haven't built my
Man.
model Enterprise yet is I want to paint it like every little panel. I want to do it super detailed, but like I also want to finish it. But yeah, that's some cool stuff, George. You do some amazing.
yeah,
I didn't realize you were so involved in that kind of stuff. That is amazing.
I love doing. The thing I like doing are dioramas. I like building dioramas.
Yes, I've always loved them. I
Nice.
can't build one.
Yeah.
If anyone out there, I know, like, we're talking resin coffee tables and stuff like that, and wood canyons, Millennium Falcon stuff. I don't know how you would do it, but if anyone wants to build me, donate to, or even tell me how to do it, I would love a giant coffee table diorama of the Battle of the Mutara Nebula.
Oh,
How do you do that? It's one thing to make a canyon with wood, right? Take 2 pieces of wood, make a canyon. How do you do it with a nebula?
somebody did the Battle of the Mutara Nebula on Facebook on one of my model things. They
I want
they
to
did
see it. Share it with me. Share it with me. I want to see it.
So
I mean, you don't have to do it right now. But, when you get
But I
some
mean,
time.
after, I was just saying, it doesn't have to be like right now. After,
Right now. I want to see it now, or I'll never be your friend again.
I'll show you this mold that I have. This is the kryptonite.
The Kryptonite.
oh yeah, nice.
Superman the movie. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
I still have that mold. I actually gave. I made a kit for James Lechner, so he has that.
Did you
one.
really think you could hide it from me by encasing it in lead?
I'll mold this
Oh
box
my-
into your prison
That is
yard.
freaking cool.
So,
That is really-
Thomas again. I understand Henry Cavill is cool as Superman. We don't have to hate on Christopher Reeve, though. We don't.
no, we don't.
Yeah,
We don't have to hate on him.
and we haven't
We need
seen.
to move on.
and
We don't need to hate, though.
And we can give David Cornsweet a chance. We can give him a chance. You never know.
Let's see if
Okay.
we can
You
get
may
it.
like him.
You're right. I will. I said it was goofy, the trailer,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'm turned
Yeah.
off. I will give it a chance. I will go
Yeah.
and see it. I will do
I
that.
mean, give it a chance.
Then I will give-
That's all I say.
And I'll give you an honest opinion.
That's what I do. I give it a
On
chance.
the Rules of Nerdquisition, we will review that movie as soon as it
Say
comes out.
yes.
We might even be like, look, today, we ain't talking Trek. We talking Superman.
So
2 hours.
It could happen, and we could do it.
It will happen. It will.
Yeah. And I'm sure on that episode, Thomas will want to come in and we'll talk about Superman.
We'll bring him on. And George, that's amazing work. You do amazing work. That is so freaking cool. These are things I want to do, and I'm just like, oh, hey, look, I bought this little 2-inch Smurf on Amazon, and I set it up next to another 2-inch Smurf. Look at my diorama. I didn't do anything.
And here George is. He's got the whole Hoth base with all. He's got the Hoth.
Cool, man.
He's got the Hoth base with AT-ATs coming, and then half the ships are always flying off already. He's got all that.
All right, this is the coolest stuff ever.
Right?
I made this for one of my friends.
MAGA people were like, "What cool ghillie suit?" And we're like, "Nah, man, that's a Wookiee."
It was it was for my friend Omar. I said proof that Omar Shahaber has a heart. It's the
Tony Stark's arc reactor.
Yeah,
the arc reactor.
Yes.
The first one he built in the Middle East. Yeah, that is freaking cool, man.
That is awesome.
God, I wish I had that kind of skill. I mean, people are like,
those
"Hey,
were
you
3D
draw. You're cool at
3D
drawing."
printed
Whatever.
by a
But I
friend of
don't
mine.
make shit with my hands.
But I made.
Damn.
I made the thing. This is actually a pipe fitting. It's a PVC pipe fitting. And this other piece I just made from. I had a plastic dog bowl, and I just poured resin into it, and I put the pipe fitting into the dog bowl.
I am going to have to find the lightsaber hilt that I made out of hydroponic fittings. I have to find it now. Say, hey, I did something once. I made a lightsaber hilt out of hydroponic growing fittings.
The one I want to make is Mace Windu's lightsaber, because the one that they made for Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm looking it up now.
It said it's actually inscribed on the saber.
As a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, bad mother. Yeah.
As written on his saber. Yeah.
Swear jar.
Swear jar on that one, but that is it is actually what's written on his lightsaber. Is that?
Of course, because it could have been Pulp Fiction. It could have been he was in what was that dude that Obi-Wan went to see? The guy that was like, Obi-Wan is a Camino saber dart and Attack of the Clones. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
That diner, right?
That the guy, the forearm guy that pulled his britches.
Yeah, Mace Windu could have been in that bar, and it could have got held up, and everyone dropped their stuff in a bag, and Mace Windu would be like, "Look, you can take all the cash. I just want my lightsaber." Well, how do I know which one's yours? Well, it's the one that says "bad motherfucker" on.
So we all know he probably do like this.
Where's your?
He said, "Take all the cash or leave the saber." What saber? Right. The one that says "bad motherfucker" written on it.
Exactly. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Did you realize the in Captain America, the Winter Soldier at the end when
oh my god, it says "bad motherfucker." I'm sorry. Captain America, what?
The Winter Soldier.
Yep.
At the end, when you see them standing in the graveyard, and Nick Fury's grave, his gravestone.
Oh yeah, the
says the path of the righteous man. It's actually
path of the righteous man. Yeah,
path of the righteous man. Yeah.
I'm trying to take a drink of your tasty beverage to wash this down.
Wash it down.
That is
Big burger.
I know. A lot of people think I've got like this huge crush on Samuel Jackson. I don't necessarily. I'm sorry, Sam. You're not that attractive of a guy.
This is the chair.
But oh my god, are your roles amazing?
Iconic.
No one could say I'm tired of these MF and steaks
on this MF and plane.
and make
Nobody.
me believe it. And
Nobody.
make me believe it.
None.
That should be the next project.
The only thing that outshined Sam Jackson
Nice.
in Pulp Fiction was John Travolta when he danced. Because I'm sorry, John Travolta's a crazy Scientologist, but if I ever cast him in a movie, he has to dance.
I mean,
Isn't that what John Travolta does?
I mean,
He dances.
yeah. I mean, he had a whole movie about it, about his dancing. I mean, yeah.
A whole movie about a whole day, about a whole night, about a whole fever, where he danced.
Yeah. It.
Like, dude, you made the Bee Gees cool.
Like, yeah.
When was disco ever cool? Until you came along, John. And also, rest in peace to your wife. She was hot. Your wife was hot. Anyway.
Trying to find the other pictures, and I can't find them. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, so George is like, I'm going to make this show, and I'm going to call it Model Citizen, and I'm going to show everyone all these things I do, and people are going to love me for 2 hours, because I will love you for 2 hours. Like, you make some cool shit. That is awesome.
All right. And
this
I could barely make 3 humans, and you made that.
This is a picture from the movie, the one with the giant, the giant robot. So I can't think of it.
The Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it's a Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm.
This ship is called the USS Stennis, and it is an aircraft carrier. It's CVN 74. My friend Eric Longstreet he's the one who did the Thing Flying Saucer for Jersey Fest. That's where I met him. So we go to a hobby shop up here. It's called Trains and Lanes, and they have a section of the store with model kits that nobody wants, and they sell them for like $5, $2, whatever. And usually they're like donor kits. So this one day, we were talking about Pacific Rim, and he goes, "Could you scope out the kaiju, carcass?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, it would be really cool if Trains and Lanes had the 1/12 scale Stennis, which is because they had this model kit by Revell. It's huge. And you can make it into like a remote control boat if you want to. You could put little servos in.
That's
it's
cool.
Really big. It's about 4.5 feet long. This model.
I just wanted the GI Joe aircraft carrier. I wasn't trying to
right.
But anyway, keep going.
So we're in Trains and Lanes. We're walking around. He goes. I said, "Hey, did we ever go to like the donor kit area?" And he goes, "No." We walked there, and sitting there is the USS Stennis. We were talking about Pacific Rim that day, and we walked in. I said, and he goes, "Holy shit!" I went, I was like, "We were just talking about the Stennis." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Here it is." I said, "How much is it?" $10. I was like, "This is like
the Stennis a real aircraft carrier?"
Oh yeah.
Or was it a real aircraft carrier?
Yep. Michael Pruitt in the YouTube chat says my best friend served on that ship. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
USS Stennis?
Yeah.
STNNIS?
Yes. Because apparently, like next to where the head is of the kaiju, are F-18 Hornets. So it should be an active duty. Yep.
It is an active duty. I was just asking. My dad was in the Navy and in Vietnam, served on the World War II aircraft carrier, the USS Shangri-La. It was decommissioned and no longer exists. But me and my kid, we went on a mountain climbing trip with my dad, and we went to this little diner on the East Coast. I can't remember where it was. It's Delaware, I think. And they have one of the rudders, or one of the propellers from the Shangri-La. in like as a monument in front of their thing. And my dad was like, "Where the hell are we? This is not the mountain we were going to climb." I'm like, "No, but dude, there's the propeller for the ship you were on, dude." Like, we got pictures and stuff. He loved it. It was cool. It was very cool. It was one of the first powered aircraft carriers, but it's also decommissioned. So.
Oh, here we go. Look at that right there.
This is the one.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica Cylon.
The Cylon Raiders, man.
This is the 1/32 scale
Cylon Raider
model. This is a huge.
My Air Command.
It's a huge kit.
Oh my god,
that is amazing.
It's freaking cool.
The engines. I did like a planetary base and put the engines in.
And that is so cool.
The engines are actually clear, so there's like clear baffles for the engines to put in lighting.
Oh man!
And then they have these two molded, pieces in the actual piece, so you can like stick LEDs in there.
Nice.
But this stripe here, it's not a decal. What I did was, I cut out. There's I cut out a template out of paper, and then I actually cut out the stent. So what I did was I sprayed the entire model black, with black paint. I put a black coat on it, but so I did it black, and then what I did was I took painter's tape and I made a painter's tape stripe that goes over the black, and then sprayed it gray, and then I just pulled off the painter's tape, and there's your stripe, because the monogram model kit comes with a decal, and that decal always broke up. It always broke, like whenever I tried to piece it together, and it just didn't look right. But this is the Mobius one. The Mobius one's really nice.
That is cool, and that is an awesome way to end the show. So
yes,
so we're
at
the end of the show
for Model Citizen. I can't wait for that show.
It's going to be
all the shit you make.
It's going to be an amazing show.
Swear jar.
So we're going to start Model Citizen in this coming new year.
In the new year. I don't know when. Probably on a Saturday. You want to do it on a Saturday?
Saturdays are good for me.
I'm off Saturdays and Sundays, so I'm good on weekends.
So we're gonna go ahead and the show.
Are we gonna wait until you move? You want to wait until after you're moved and settled in?
That's 5 months from now. I wouldn't wait that long, because Rules and Requisition is not stopping.
So
the Villain's View is not stopping. I mean, I may take a week off for the move.
Okay.
But no, I mean, that's 5 months from now. Don't worry about it. It's we're well into spring, spring, summer.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So, and on that note,
Shangri-La. Thank you,
Nice.
Thank you, Dad, for your service. Thank you.
And on that note, so we're going to end the show. Coming up next, we have got TKE with Jeff Kennedy, and after that, we got Hurricane Girls with Sheila Bell and the rest of their crew, and after that, we've got Ending Everything, bringing in the new year with T. Nathan. Da, da, da. And for everybody here, take care, everybody. Happy New Year to you. Loves you all.
Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you very much for Gretchen for coming on and saving us again.
Anytime. I'll come back next week if you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, come on. You're coming back next week. And so the show is brought to you in part by CNSDeskComputers.com. Go to get your system fixed. Either go there or even just get it maintained. Build a new system there too. Serving the Pennsylvania and East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania area. They'll get you straight. They'll get you all squared away. So